Hi, I am Joe, the most artificially generated newscaster to ever generate a weekly news recap. Let's begin with some ransomware news. It appears Lockbit and Black Cat, two of the formerly largest ransomware gangs, are sort of rebranding. At first, cybersecurity researchers noticed that the website of Dark Vault, a brand new gang, appears to use some assets from the site of Lockbit, which looks suspiciously like the criminals tried to create a new website while using the old one as a template. Then Ransom Hub, another brand new gang, began extorting Change Healthcare, which paid millions to Black Cat just a few weeks ago. It seems Ransom Hub is comprised of disgruntled Black Cat affiliates who split off following the exit scam the gang's administrators pulled off. These are the first signs that the ransomware market is going through a massive change, which is both exciting and slightly frightening to behold, like a human who just consumed a very large amount of mind-altering substances and is about to enter a motorized vehicle. In other news, Microsoft accidentally revealed some of their employee credentials. An unprotected cloud containing passwords, keys, and other internal data was discovered last week by humans at SOC Radar. As is often the case, it's impossible to tell if the storage has been previously accessed by cybercriminals, but if it was, the company is in for a lot of trouble. Although considering Microsoft's track record in recent months, it is business as usual. An even more serious cybersecurity problem emerged last week. It was a wave of Google and YouTube account hacks. In lots of cases, the criminals appear to have broken through Google's multi-factor authentication to hijack people's accounts. Well, that last bit is probably not true and stems from people getting their devices infected with malware. This happens thanks to a sophisticated scam that impersonates Ripple crypto exchange. The scam got so prominent, the exchange had to record a PSA video encouraging their users not to trust the impersonators. And I'll end on a couple of very serious vulnerability stories. First off, Bitdefender reportedly has a bug that makes servers susceptible to an attack. According to a report, the vulnerability allows criminals to force servers into executing fraudulent requests and then extract information. Don't get scared, the problem has no bearing on Bitdefender's consumer products, so if you use them, your devices are still safe. It's the server installations that are vulnerable, but even in this case, the risk isn't too big. According to the report, the attack is very difficult to execute, and the patch is already there. Bitdefender's problem pales in comparison with our next story. It's about a critical vulnerability in the software of Palo Alto networks, and it's huge. Some state actors appear to be actively exploiting a backdoor in Palo Alto firewalls. In case you are not in the know, Palo Alto is one of those big scary companies that make cybersecurity software for other big scary companies, including ones in the business of infrastructure, healthcare, defense, and so on. The vulnerability was discovered by Volksity last Friday. Apparently, for 2 weeks already, it was actively exploited by an unnamed threat actor which could perform command injections on execute code on the firewall. Several such breaches were detected, although some of them were stopped in time. Palo Alto themselves classified the vulnerability as extremely severe and published an advisory that might help mitigate the problem. Thanks for watching this episode of Cybersecurity is a Mess. It was your regular AI host show. Thank you for reflexively pressing a like button under this video, and see you in the next one.